in the southeast. And unfortunately, there are a few people that really don't understand what the man's mindset is. He's having fun, enjoying himself, partying and doing all sorts, and yet pushing people to kill themselves. Whatever it is that he's doing has affected the economy within the general area. This Monday sit at home and all these things. But I'm happy that now finally the Finnish government have seen reason, because they were provided all they needed, all the funding he's getting, all the things he's doing. He has taken ownership of the killings. He has taken ownership of a lot of things that have been going on. So they've picked him up now. And I can tell you the jubilation in the southeast has been wonderful, because people were just tired of
Was there a role played in the arrest of Simon Ekpa by the military by providing information?
No, it's a holistic idea by all the security forces. We looked at where the money, we trailed the money, what he was doing, the comments he was making. He's there live on TV, fermenting trouble, saying all these sorts of things, commanding people and action being taken. And when these things are done, he takes ownership of those things. So these are complaints.
So that is the documentation of all the things
everything had handed over to them. And they've seen it, and they don't understand that, look, keeping him there is a minus for them. Yeah. Because it doesn't mean well.
Okay.
There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clean eye. The thing I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friends. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Simon Ekpa. Not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states. Not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government. The price and the consequences is heavy.
That Simon Ekpa has to broadcast in Radio Biafra. He should be given a slot to broadcast in Radio Biafra. And some of them who are supposed to be in the position to carry out an instruction given to them, they went and they were gossiping.
As I read there called the Biafran Badge, as I entered there, I am seeing what's called Simon Ekpa surveys in Biafra land.
Wow. Good news.
And I began to ask myself, I thought this man is right there in Finland. What's going on? What's going on here? What's happening there? I'm saying the man surveys and has become a completely different person from who you used to know.
Wow.
Has become so wide. Has become so strong and so powerful. I begin to ask myself, am I trying to see clear or what is this? Because a major prophet of God cannot begin to give prophecy that are not in the realm of the spirit. And all of a sudden, this young man appeared right there in the Biafra land. And there was what's called, this was called trumpet being blown. And this was called marching. And this was called parade. And this was called the people formation from different angles and different areas. And I began to search, how did he enter here? What means did he enter here? What's going on here? Because a major prophet of God cannot see things that are not pure. And all of a sudden the Lord said, do you remember what I told you right there in the sea that appeared yesterday in form of a dragon? I said, yes, I remember. And the Lord said, that's what's called the word power number one. My God. These people, are they now the word power now? Or time is coming for word power shift? What's going on?
Right on, Daddy.
The Lord said, this is what he has revealed to me, because the time is ticking for what's called by fire, by force. Is this going to be the thing that God has shown me 4 years ago? That I begin to ask myself, is there going to be war? And the Lord said, not war, but something very dangerous and unthinkable that no man will agree to embark into war, or rather to come to agreement, rather to come to pinpoint, rather to come to to resolving the issues. And what I begin to see.
A lot of people have wondered why the Finnish government arrested Simon Ekpa. They are sort of struck with the reality of the arrest of Simon Ekpa. In fact, we are hearing another update that the secretary to the Biafran government in exile has also been stopped from traveling out of Finland. Well, right now, it seems the federal government are working tirelessly. According to them, Simon Ekpa must not be allowed to step his foot outside of any prison walls. The Chief of Defense Staff, CDS, Christopher Musa, said it was unfortunate that while Simon Ekpa, a self-acclaimed Biafran agitator, was partying and having fun in Finland, he pushed several people in Nigerian southeast to RIP themselves. Simon Ekpa, self-proclaimed Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, was arrested more than 3 weeks ago in Finland alongside 4 others on suspicion of terrorism-related offenses, including incitement to violence and financing terrorism. Finnish authorities had alleged that Simon Ekpa utilized the social media to incite violence in the Nigerian southeast region, targeting civilians and government officials. Speaking during an interview with News Central TV, the Chief of Defense Staff, Musa, said Ekpa's activities had been troublesome from the southeast and had now affected the region's economy. According to him, there are few people that really don't understand what the man's mindset is. He is having fun, enjoying himself, partying, and doing all sort of shenanigans, yet pushing people to RIP themselves. He kept his family safe in Finland, yet putting other people's children and their life at risk. He expressed the lie that the Finnish government arrested Simon Ekpa after seeing reasons furnished by evidence the Nigerian military provided against him. Now, I guess you recall back then when the Finnish government had said that they had collaborated with international bodies, organizations, or groups to confirm the evidence that they have on their hands. They had looked into the finance of Simon Ekpa's movement, and also they had also looked at some of the utterances of Simon Ekpa, which he does in English. Not as if he had done it in Igbo language. Finnish government would not have gotten a translator. They would have gotten an Igbo man that would do the translation, either from Nigeria or from Europe itself, or even from Finland. They would have done the translation so that they can substantiate, understand what Simon Ekpa is all about. When you go to Simon Ekpa's Twitter page, he spoke in English, and he also presented videos where we saw harmed men. Some of them had their faces covered. He has right to protect his people, he will say. Do not forget the atrocities in the southeast of Nigeria. They just want to be in charge. They want to be in control. They want to continue with their menace. They want to be the one creating all of this terrible, terrible, terrible situation. According to the military, the Nigerian military, they say they understand that keeping him there is a minus for them. Musa said about the Finnish government, meaning keeping Simon Ekpa is a minus. It will be much more better for the Finnish government to have Simon Ekpa deported. His citizenship will be stripped off. But then they have to also consider the children of Simon Ekpa. From what I gathered, Simon Ekpa is divorced, is separated. His wife is a legal practitioner. Simon Ekpa has done some internship in his wife's office, and somehow it seems they broke apart for reasons that I do not know of, and I'm not ready to discuss that. So Simon Ekpa's children will be living with mommy, being that they are underage, whilst the talk is that Simon Ekpa will be stripped off his citizenship, because once a country deports you, they have already established acts that that connect to terrorism. So they will take him to court anyway, and I believe strongly that he will be fighting to finish there. The CDS added, we are leveraging on technology because human intelligence for us is asymmetric warfare. In asymmetric warfare is critical. That's why I said you must get the buy-in in of the communities. If the communities accept them, it becomes more difficult. But if the communities refuse and realize that these guys are just using them, it becomes difficult for them. Well, last update, I'm sure you guys saw what some people in the Southeast are saying. There are people who are saying, Simon Ekpa, we don't want you. Some are saying, Simon Ekpa, you have cost us more pain than the peace of mind. We don't think we want to lay our lives on the line this way. A lot of things have been said by countless people, and I hope and I believe that Simon Ekpa will fight his case and maybe find a better way or a more polished way of achieving his goal and aim. And I hope he does not get out of this and then become more vicious, because becoming more vicious or believing that certain people had betrayed him and he wants to retaliate, that would not be the best approach. It will turn him into a tyrant. It will turn him to be the exact people that he is actually agitating against. So I hope and I think and I believe that Simon Ekpa will be out of this predicament, and he will do things better. He will do it in a better way, and also be able to expose the manipulation, possible manipulation or alleged manipulation, because they had accused the Nigerian government of staging some of these crises in the Southeast, making it appear as if it is Simon Ekpa's movement that caused it. So, well, right now, it has been made known that Simon Ekpa will be spending Christmas and New Year in the custody of the Finnish government. Mikko Laaksonen, senior detective superintendent at the Finland's National Bureau of Investigation, had noted this, adding that the country's legal system does not permit bail for cases such as this one. He said Finnish criminal procedure / coercive measures do not recognize bail procedure. Our procedure is based on, depending on the case, remand or travel ban as coercive measures for limiting freedom of movement for persons suspected of offenses to which such measures are applicable. A court in Finland has set May 2025 as the deadline for prosecutors to bring charges against Simon Ekpa. So it is going to be a long one. The journey is not going to be easy for Simon Ekpa because he should have gotten a legal advisor both in Nigeria and in Finland, particularly in Finland, to advise him on how to go about his utterances and all of that, so that he will not, because Finland, Europe, is the safe haven for him. That is the place where he can express himself and do what he needs to do. But since Finland has now become hell, where is he going to hide? How is he going to keep his head? It's not as if the Nigerian government did the same that they did to Nnamdi Kanu. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. So it's a difficult situation. It's a difficult, very much difficult situation here. A very critical one. And I don't know what will become of Simon Ekpa at this point, because Finland will not want to arrest you this way and then release you. It sort of weakens their stand or their image as a country or the institution, the investigation, the police and their special team and all of it sort of weakens it. So most of the times before they strike, they definitely want to be sure that they have you 80%. The thing about the partition, because Nigeria does not have that signed with Finland to extradite people. But in this case, I don't know, maybe the Nigerian government will be reaching out to them in a different angle.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.